What's going on, beautiful people? Today, ChatGPT has had their, I believe, dev showcase, something like that, and they have released something called Agent Builder, and we're just gonna give our raw take, raw reaction, and see what this new thing is gonna be like. ChatGPT releasing anything is kind of like Apple releasing anything because it's a polished, a polished product. So let's check it out.
Agent Builder is a new visual tool for building AI workflows. You connect nodes and create agents without writing any code. So you can start from templates or build your own from scratch. And it also comes with built-in evals, so you can test and understand how your agents perform. When you're ready, you can export the workflow as code or drop it straight into your product. Basically, it's your all-in-one space to design, test, and launch AI agents visually and fast. So today, we're going to show you how to build your first agentic workflow, a helpful travel agent that will help you either build an itinerary or look up flight information. So we're
Okay, before we even go further into the demo, I want to lay out exactly what an AI agent is and how you should kind of think about it in layman terms or as a non technical AI user. If you were using AI on your own without an agentic AI, you would have to continuously send prompts and get responses and send prompts and get responses. So that would be you manually sending 100 prompts. When you are using an agent, specifically a chatbot agent, then you can now compress those 100 responses into one single prompt and it can work and continue to go from step to step to step and create its own steps based on the information provided. What they're about to show is basically something that can connect to different tools, that you can connect file search to it. You can connect a bunch of different context to it and tools to it easily in a drag or drop interface. And the thing is, Notion just came out with their AI, but then I found out about another AI called Eden AI, and Eden basically has a canvas for that's very great for ideation. And I was just saying that I think that a canvas workflow is much better than a chatbot. Of course, a chatbot is user friendly, but a canvas is very, very, very good for AI use. So
starting here in the OpenAI platform. Every workflow starts with a start node where you can set input variables or state variables. And today for the travel agent, the defaults are great. Next, I'll connect a classifier agent. I'm going to be building a specialized itinerary agent in addition to a specialized flight agent. And so I want to first determine which agent I should route to. So I'll call this classifier. So you are a helpful travel assistant for classifying whether a message is about an itinerary or a flight. And here I'll specify the output format as JSON, and I'll add a property called classification, which will have two options, either flight info or itinerary. Great. Next, I'll add in an if-else node to branch based off of the classification. So if put parsed.classification is flight info, then we want to branch to the flight agent, and otherwise we want to branch into the itinerary agent. So from the flight agent, we'll create a new node, and we'll call this flight agent. You are a travel assistant.
So I know a lot of people are probably seeing this and basically she's typing in code, but I believe that they are going to have some type of system in this part of ChatGPT that allows you to, use a prompt to build out this whole thing. So don't worry. You don't have to be so good at knowing what variables are, how coding works and how to piece everything together. Just look at the functionality and the capabilities for now.
Always recommend a specific flight to go to. Use airport codes. And here I'll also give it access to web search so that I can have the most up-to-date information about flight. Here I'll also give
So we see right here, you have MCP server, file search, web search, code interpreter, image generator. Basically, you're going to be able to automate these things. Whenever you have a trigger for something, you can automate it. And especially scheduling is something that chat has had. So being able to connect it to all of these things, and especially with other AI very easily in this very user-friendly interface, is going to be powerful.
access to web search so that I can have the most up-to-date information about flights. Great. For the itinerary agent, I'll build an itinerary agent with a new agent node. You are a travel assistant, so build a concise itinerary. Great. I think that's everything we need to get started with our travel agent. So here in Run Preview, I'll ask it, what should I do in a day in Tokyo? And I can see the message going through the workflow that we just created, going through the classifier agent, deciding which category it should go to, seeing that I asked about an itinerary, and then passing it on to the itinerary agent, where it has come up with a concise one-day itinerary for Tokyo. Looks like a great day. Now for the...
So basically, what she just did is took something that would have taken 3 different chats or 3 different conversations and 3 different system prompts or instruction prompts, put them into one workflow, and started it or triggered it with a chat. So now you can think of how this can operate inside of your business. I have sales, I have marketing, I have operations. Okay, if I'm asking something about sales, let's send it to the sales agent. The sales agent has these type of instructions that it will perform differently if it were sent to the marketing agent. So you can now be able to automate entire parts of your business in a user-friendly way. This is what I'm trying to get you guys to see.
Flight agent, I actually want a richer experience for showing flight information instead of just plain text. And so I can do that by going and building a widget in our widget studio. Here I've actually already designed a widget for showing flight information to go from one location to the next with all the details about the flight. So I can just click download to download this entire template, and then bring that directly to the agent that we just created. Here I'll add it in as the widget output format. I'll upload this flight widget that we just pulled, preview it, everything looks great. And I actually want this to be a bit more customized. And so I will tell it to choose a background color creatively based on the destination. And I'll also ask it to include time zones, AM or PM. Great, let's test it out. SFO to Tokyo on October 7th. So here again, we see it moving through the classifier agent, determining whether I'm asking about a flight or an itinerary, deciding that I'm asking about a flight agent, or deciding that I'm asking about a flight, searching the web, finding a flight for me, and then showing it to me in this rich interactive way. In this case, it's decided that yellow is the color of Tokyo, and so showed that as the background color.
That's something very interesting. Widgets. I'm interested to see this more because it seems like a vanity type of thing right now and not an actual useful feature. But I want to explore some different use cases with that because, widgets may be able to go into different things. Like if we look at her list that she had, where's it at? So purchase items, order confirmation, ride status, draft email, weather current, weather forecast. Oh, these are, so maybe these are just templated ways of displaying information. So I mean,
The
kind of
widget for
useful,
show and flight
maybe.
information.
I don't
So
know.
that's all. Hope that was
Okay.
helpful. And so showed that as the background color. Great. So I've now built an agent that I'm happy with, and I can publish it directly. Let's call it travel agent here. And I now have a fully deployed agent that is ready to go. I can either use the agent's SDK, and here you can see that this is quite a bit of code for me to manage myself. Or I can simply take this workflow ID and put it in my product directly using ChatKit. So that's all. Hope that was helpful, and please leave any.
Okay, so ChatKit is how you're going to easily be able to integrate these agents into your applications. We'll explore that more, but it kind of seems like another plugin or a method of dealing with certain data. So I'm excited for this. I think this is cool because let's say I want to automate my entire content engine. Then I have my newsletter person or newsletter agent, my short form content agent, my long form content agent, and I just have all these different agents. And I just put in a topic and then it dishes it out to all these places. And, you know, of course, it's going to be a little bit costly, but we've definitely seen some aspects of this with Zapier and N8N, things of that nature, but they're just not the same as what a ChatGPT would build or an OpenAI would build. Like, this isn't necessarily connecting every single app under the sun to each other. It's basically, okay, let's take an entire system of workflows and put them into one. That's kind of just what it's saying. And so it's going to begin to save us more time, allow us to do more. Like, I'm definitely going to go in and create a ideation agent, you know, just help me ideate. But if you did learn something, or let me know how you think about, you know, let me know what you think about this new ChatGPT agent builder. And if you get in there, what are you trying to build? What are you testing out? What have you found to be interesting? But remember to like, comment, and subscribe. On the way to 1,000 subscribers. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.